on live on YouTube as well. Okay, grab your sip of water, grab your ball. All right, so we're going to save the chair just for a little bit more. What do I want to do here? Go ahead and toss the ball back and forth. And if you're new, I do this little drill here quite a bit, a couple times between class. And I talk about the high value of just tossing the ball back and forth. There's so much going on. Getting creative with it. Don't even think about it. Just improvise. Catch it different ways. Toss it in different areas. Watch the ball. Looking is not cheating either. We want to be working on our hand-eye coordination. Okay, so one of the things we work on in this class as well is gait or walking. We talk about principles of walking that we want you to start thinking of outside of class. Right now, we're going to do our reciprocal gait drill, our reciprocal body pattern that we're going to coordinate, that will help us coordinate the arm swing when we walk. So we're first of all going to get a chair march going. Raise your right hand up, reach your left hand back, lift that left leg up, and when I say go, drop them and switch sides, go. So we get this back and forth going. And just for a second here, as you're looking at the screen, use your peripheral vision and just make note of what it looks like when your right hand is up and your left leg is up and back and forth, how they go. Begin to recognize this. Make a mental recording of it, if you will. And I want you to, your homework for over the weekend is to see this pattern when you walk and to bump it up and amplify it. Okay, let's work on the drill. With the ball in the right hand, we're going to activate the right arm and the left leg. So we'll make a throwing motion and we'll lift that opposite leg. We're going to hand it across the other side and make another throwing motion. Now there's a little bit of a turn here. We want the legs to be a large kick, and we want the arms to be doing a large throw. And we want a little rotation from the trunk as well. So make the throwing motion all on the right side and the left side. And then, of course, you got to hand it across, come across midline and pass it. But make the throw dedicated to that side so we get a real defined reciprocal pattern here. So this is the first move. The second move is going to be take the ball in your right hand and reach it out to the side and kick the left leg out. So again, the brain is coordinating the reciprocal limbs of the body. Breathe and hold your breath. So we're going to build this little routine, and we're going to speed it up, and then we're going to do a knee lift drill with the ball that I haven't done in a couple of times. It's pretty intense. So, and after that, we'll get out of the chair. Keep reaching and leaning. Stretch. Full range of motion. Parkinson's can make things small. Things seem small. We've got to push back against that. We've got to exaggerate. We have to learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Some of the stuff we do doesn't feel natural, but everything we do in this class has a purpose. There's not a second that we waste. When we're resting, we're still working. We do what we call active rest. We do stuff that allows us to recover, but has value. Two more. 1 and 2, and bring them up and down and forward and back. So now this is a symmetrical for the legs and arms movement. And this will be our third move when we put these into series. We talk about stuff that we can do during the day to work on our Parkinson's and help manage the symptoms. We've got to find stuff when we're sitting around doing nothing that we can do, like picking up the ball and tossing it for a second. We talk about that. Finding things you can do while standing in line at the grocery store. Working on balance, you know, we have these lines, these long queues now where people are 6 feet apart. Don't just stand there. Do something. Find stuff you can do. Keep going. I wrote an article on, I think, 5 things you can do while standing in line at the grocery store to manage your symptoms. And I had a bunch of balance drills and calf lifts and different subtle things that you could do where no one would really notice. Keep going. My favorite one was the last one, to work on your fine motor. So when you get up to the register and you got that rack of candy and gum, reach across with your right hand, grab a piece of candy, put it in your left hand, and or switch hands, and put it back on the rack. Then take your other hand, grab another piece of something, switch hands and put it back. And you can keep doing that back and forth until the person behind you thinks you're an incredibly indecisive individual. And forward and back. Okay, let's go back and build the drill. Ball in the right hand, throwing motion forward, hand it off, forward, reach out to the side, and now movement 3, up and down and forward and back. And again, we're doing a coordinated movement, but we're also using our memory here to remember the routine and to let the brain navigate the body through the drill here. We want to move with understanding, specificity, and intention. We understand the drill. We're going to try to perform it as precisely or specifically as possible with full intention. We don't mindlessly move from point A to point B. Out to the side, and let's pick up the pace a little bit. Up, and so forward. Forward, lost my place there for a second. Up, down. Okay, we're going to do 6 of these in a minute here, and I want you to go as fast as you can, and then we'll go back to the chair marching to see if we can connect this drill to the marching or to walking. All right, here we go. As fast as you can, ready, and hit it. Don't shorten the move. That's 1 for me. That's 2. Come on, stick with it. No quit. 3. Whew. That's 4. Come on, move it. That's 5. 1 more. Finish him. I want a full 6 from each of you. If you're behind me, go ahead and finish your 6. And when you're ready, when you're done, drop into that chair march again. Good. Rock it. Roll it. Beautiful, Pam. Nice arm swing there. Good. Art and Judy. Nice. Okay. Rest. Big breath in. And exhale. Take a hit of water. We're going to stay in the chair. We're doing 1 more drill here. I'm going to make the case that chair exercises are no joke. And you're about to experience that. Okay, so with the ball in both hands, we're going to throw both arms up on a diagonal, kicking the leg out, and then coming back to the center to meeting it here. We'll do 12 on each side. We're going to do 4 sets, and we're going to go progressively faster. So, and when we go faster, I don't want you shortening the movement. The movement should be the same. Think of body speed, not repetition speed. Okay, here we go. Kick it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Back to the right, faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Third set. Faster still. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Full sprint as fast as you can. Hit it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pump it. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh my gosh. Okay. Recover. As you do, toss the ball. Let it drop. Catch it overhand, catch it underhand. Breathe. Okay. We're going to get up out of the chair. Here's the deal. We're going to do a sit to stand a couple of times, but we're going to make it a skill-based movement. Upon standing, we're going to toss the ball twice. You can toss it from side to side. You can toss it up and down the same hand. Get creative with it. Don't plan it. Play with it. Here we go. Ready? Go. And up. Toss it and toss it. And slowly bring it back down. And up. So we talk about things that become difficult, things that we weren't taught. And up. This is an example. Getting out of a chair. I've got a YouTube channel. And up. My SmartXPD video channel has about 80 or 90 videos now. And up. It has this how to get out of a chair technique if you want to look at it. It has my GPS, which is how to sit down in a chair technique. And a lot of different exercises and workouts are up there. So if you miss a class, go poke around there and see what you find. There are a couple of these classes up there, a gentle class and a boxing class. So if you miss a class and you want to work out, you can check those out. 2 more and up. 1 more and then remain standing and up. Okay, we're going to go down 4 times on an 8 count, real slow. As you go down to the chair, toss the ball back and forth. Here we go. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Go down nice and level. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Come up symmetrical as much as possible. 8, 7, 6. So you're not favoring one side or the other. 4, 3, 2, 1, and up. Last one. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down. Big breath in and exhale. Woo! It's Friday. Time to work. All right. Come up out of the chair. Grab a sip of water. I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit, tilt it up a little bit, and grab your hand weights. See how that looks. Okay. All right. So here comes some balance challenge. So if you have balance issues, make sure you're working conservatively or you have someone there to help you. We're going to do an interval here. You know what? I'm going to show you. We're going to work on the scramble, which is Janice talked about at the beginning. So don't do this. I want you to look. I'm going to demonstrate what the scramble is. When somebody loses their balance, you'll see them do that. I've named that the scramble. So when you lose your balance, you're going to automatically go to that activity, that scramble, to try to regain your balance. My argument is if you practice having quick feet, you're going to be more successful at being able to execute that. You need to be strong. You need to have quick feet. So we're going to do our little drill here that incorporates the scramble. We're about to get intense, just a heads up. Okay. All right, we're going to bring out ooch and ouch. We're going to throw some punches as well. So just get your arms going here, back and forth. And we're going to do some work for the lower body as well. So here we go. Hands in front of your shoulders. Squat down as you come up. Punch up and across. Back and forth, up and across. Breathe. Now, we're going to be doing the swamp walk, and we're going to be running in place. If running in place is too awkward for you, you can replace it with another swamp walk set. You'll see what I mean here in a second. Up and across. Let's do 2 more, and then we're going to punch forward and across. Bring it out, ooch and ouch. My 5-fingered friends. Forward and across. Keep it moving. And we haven't done the down, so we'll do that today. Hello. All right, one more here, and now down and across. This is more awkward. I was doing the punching out to the side to replace this, but it's okay. See if you can coordinate. The reason that it's a little bit odd is that the movement of the arms, the extension of the arms is the same, but the going down, if you're performing that in the same sequence as the other two, as your body is coming up, right? But we start that punch at the same moment as we do the other two. It's just a little more confusing because we're going two contrary different movements with the body and the arms. And one more, let's put this in series. So up and out and down. Up, out, and down. And let me just make a note here to the new folks. So we have a whole vocabulary of movement in this class. Patterns that might be new to you, but there's really a purpose for all of them. And if you stick with it, the first class is always the toughest, but if you stick with it, you'll notice some common principles that go between the movements, and I repeat many of them. So you'll learn them. And a little faster. Last one. And down. Break from that. Give me a march in place. And bring your hands up, and we're going to do the swamp walk. Start with the right hand up, left knee up. So if you're walking through a swamp, it's up to your knees. You're going to probably pick your foot right up and step forward rather than sludge through it. That's why I call this the swamp walk. I suppose you could call it the snowdrift walk. But something about swamp. The imagery. The mystery. I like. So again, we're doing balance, and I'll call your attention. You'll see a slight weight shift, and you'll feel a slight weight shift that occurs when we walk. And we are activating the reciprocal limbs that we do the same way we do when we walk. So let's go ahead and transfer this into a marching in place and into our footwork speed drill, which involves 3 quick steps and a balance. Tap, 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 tap. Quicker. So this is where we're trying to get speed back into the legs. As fast as you can. Here we go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. March. Okay. First interval of 3. This is where it gets tough. You can replace the swamp walk, but we're going to run in place for 10 seconds. Get those knees up high. Ready? Hit it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Breathe. Rock back and forth. Hands up. Spread your feet out. Squat punch. Up and across. Forward and across. And down. So this is the second circuit. We're doing 3 of them. We're doing this into the swamp walk, into the footwork drill, into the sprint. And after we do 3 of these, we're going to take a rest, and then we're going to actually practice the scramble. Move quicker. Up, out, and down. 2 more. As fast as you can. 1 more. Up, out, down. Step out of that. March. Swamp walk. Hands up. Hit it. Breathe. Janice, I'm so glad you shared that story with me. Janice last night tripped over her comforter that was on the ground, and she scrambled and caught herself. Keep those stories coming. If you're new to this class, you might notice a difference in just a couple of classes. I'm getting emails from you, the group here saying, I've done 3 classes and already I'm walking better. My posture feels stronger. Wonderful stuff to hear. Share that with me. Here we go. Higher, 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 and speed the pace up into a walking place. See if you can smooth that transition out. And tap, tap, tap. The This is an example of a routine that we do at least once a week. So you learn it, it becomes like an old familiar friend. Faster. Footwork. We've got to keep those feet fast and catch yourselves. Come on. Drill, drill, drill. 3, 2, 1. Time. March in place. Second sprint. You can replace the swamp walk or high knees. Whew. 10 seconds. Ready. And hit it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Woo. Rock back and forth. Breathe. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Hands up. Last circuit. Stick with it, guys. No quit. Up and across. Out. And down. And up. Pick up the pace. Out. Down. Punches in bunches. Come on. We don't punch with our fists. We punch with our heart. Come on. Up. Out. Nothing to it but to do it. Either you will or you won't. Come on. One more. Up. Out. Down. March in place. Hands up. Swamp walk. Now, you're not competing with me. You can try to keep up with me. You can blow me away. I can't keep up with some of you on here. But you're just challenging yourself, working a little harder than you're normally accustomed to. That will cause adaptation. That will cause improvements in strength, in balance. So if you're observing this for the first time, and you're like, I can't do this stuff. Yes, you can. You just do them at your own pace. There's a reason behind every drill. Here we go. Higher, higher. Come up on the toes and pick up the pace. Transition into a marching in place. Speed drill. Tap, tap, tap. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Your sole objective is quick steps. Come on. We're going to do the scramble after this, after a rest. Faster. 6, 5, 4, come on. 3, 2, 1. March. Man, I wish you all, if you get a chance, go to gallery view and see everybody moving here. You guys are inspiring. You're a rare breed. There's so many of people that are not proactive, aren't convinced that working out makes a difference, or they're scared to. You guys are champions. Show me a champion interval right here. No quit. All the way through. Ready? And nail it. Come on. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Dig down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Come on. We can rest in 20 minutes. 1. And time. Breathe. Okay. We're going to let the heart rate come down. I talked about active rest. Paint the floor as if you have paint on the soles of your shoes. Cover the whole area. Practicing or exploring different ways of moving. Heart rate comes down. We're practicing balance and mobility while we recover. Okay. Grab a sip of water. So that drill was really, I kind of put it together to address the scramble and get the speed in the legs, the strength in the legs. So that when we lose our balance like that and we naturally scramble, we'll get it. We'll have a higher percentage chance of achieving that. So we're now going to practice 3 versions of the scramble. First version is standing in standard posture position with your feet apart. I also want to make mention I never put your feet side by side like this. Don't ever do that. Even for balance drills. That's a standard balance routine and rehab. People with Parkinson's never do it. Don't do it. Say no if they tell you to do it. We have enough trouble keeping our feet apart. We want to develop muscle memory for a nice wide base of support. This is not helpful. It makes me angry. Okay, so rocking back and forth from here. Here's our start position. Our end position for all of these is going to be down here and low, grabbing the ground, grabbing your balance back. So when we scramble, we're going to slowly lower ourselves, separate our base, and reclaim our balance. All right, ready and go. It will feel awkward. There's no right or wrong way to do this. Just get those feet moving as quickly as you can and give me at least 6 taps. Go. You don't need to count them, but approximately 6. That's 2. There's 3. Ready and go. 4. Ready and go. 5. Breathe. Last one. Quick feet and go. Stay with me down here now. 6. And move around. Feel this body strength. You got this. You got this. Come on up out of that. Okay. Now, step forward with the right leg. Left leg is back. So now we're going to scramble from like a walking position. Like we lost our balance while we were stepping forward. Start here, and we're going to end here in that same. You'll find it easier if you're scrambling and tapping with the balls of the feet and the toes. Go. Ready and go. Reset. Fire. Reset. Go. One more and then stay down low. Ready and scramble. Stay low here. Hit the ground. Circles with the hips. Back the other way. Side to side. Come out of that. Same thing, but this time with your left foot forward, right foot back, and go. Reset. Go. Reset. Scramble. Reset. Scramble. Reset. 2 more. Go. 1 more. And on this last one, stay down low and scramble. Stay with me. Side to side. You got this. Circles. Staying low. Spine is neutral. I'm going to show you what it looks like. My spine is in the same position as when I'm standing up normally. I'm just pushing my hips back. Breathe and come on out of that. All right, grab a sip of water. What are we doing here? Dang it. I'm going to figure out where I want to get to a reaction drill. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We need to do an exercise. We need to have an exercise program that incorporates our responding to visual cues. Unpredictable visual cues. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to do a marching drill. So you're going to have you march and run. And we're actually going to incorporate the scramble into this. So we're marching into this cave, okay? And the roof for the cave is coming down. It's a little bit lower. So we got to crouch. This is also great for leg speed as well. You're lifting these legs up with a bent knee position. Yep. And unfortunately, the roof got big again. And we're going to turn around. We're going to march really quietly, but quickly, because we realize that there's a bear hibernating in this cave, but he's not hibernating anymore. We woke him up, and he's pretty angry. And now we're at the low part. Come on. Oh, yeah, he's coming. High part. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. Pick it up. Pick it up. 6. Pump those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop down. Okay. I'm the bear. When I go this way, you go that way. Reaction drill. Quick, guys. I need you quicker than that. Don't blame it on Zoom. Mirror drill. From this position, march. And when I scramble, you scramble. March. Quicker. Back to the reaction drill. Breathe. Mirror drill. The rules are simple. Just imitate me. March. Scramble when I scramble. Good. March. March. All right. We're playing New York Sidewalk. If you're walking down a sidewalk in New York, I apologize to you New Yorkers. If you see a nefarious character walking at you and they go this way, you're going to go the opposite. Here we go. Opposite. Who'd I get? Hey, Judy and Art, be careful. I don't want you knocking each other over in there. Of course, if you do, scramble immediately. Oh, I got you. March. All right, back to the reaction drill. Beautiful. One more. When I scramble, you scramble. Hustle those feet. And rest. Good. Big breath in. Water break. So ping pong. No, that's not a nickname for someone in here. That's a game. But it's an example of a game that requires you to move based on an unexpected velocity or direction. It's great. It's kind of one of the grab your towel. It's one of the principles that helped me incorporate or develop my product I call the Parkinson's exercise ball, which is available on Amazon. If you want to check that out, I got one over here if you want to see it at the end of class. But incorporating task sequencing and fine motor into your program, really beneficial. Okay, so we're going to do a little work here on ground zero. Ground zero, for those that are new, is the area behind your shoulder blades, if I can kind of get to it, like right between your shoulder blades there. You know, we're hunter-gatherers. We're hunters. We have eyes on the front of our head. We're predators. We understand everything out here. We know bicep curls. We can do all this stuff very easily. But Parkinson's affects areas of the body that as humans, they're hard to get in touch with, like the ground zero position, which we are going to construct and improve right now and get into the ability to kinesthetically understand and feel this area. So pull the towel against the chest. We're going to step forward, push forward, and then pull right back to against the chest. One more, and pause here because I should have done this first. Pull the towel apart, bend the towel. You'll feel your lats there behind the shoulders fire. Imagine taking your shoulder blades with the towel and tucking them towards the center of your spine and down into your back pocket. That helps us locate that ground zero position. Okay, forward and back and forth. Keep pressing. So ground zero, I talk about in pretty much every class, the most important part of your body if you have Parkinson's, an area of the body that you need to reference your movement from and be able to engage, and we're going to learn why in a second here. As you step forward, give me a nice lunge. Let's get some more strength training for the legs. Two more. One, out and back. Two, out and back. And now step out to the side as you press up overhead and pull right back to ground zero again. So, and as you pull down, you can brush the tip of your nose with the towel or drag it across your face a little bit. And feel your shoulder blades. They kind of wing out to the side there, and then they pull back down into your back pockets. A couple more. I'm so impressed with what I see. The improvement in the movement since March has been substantial, astounding, and I had another word, inspiring. It's really fun to watch. Okay, back to ground zero. Let's combine these. Step forward, press forward and pulling back right to ground zero. And now out to the side as you press upward. to the side. Again, press forward, pull back, out to the side, pull down to the side. And one more, press forward, pull back, out to the side, pull down and out to the side, and then pull down and pause here. Pull the towel, bend it, breathe. Now, without coming out of this position, just relax that contraction, open a hand and lower the towel, and observe both kinesthetically, feel the position here, the chest, how much more broad and strong and open it is. Take a big breath. See how much easier it is. That chest just rises without an issue. Less resistance. So, of course, we're not always going to be in ground zero. We can do stuff like stepping forward and right? I talk about the types of movements we do in this class. I call them evolutionary movements. Movements that humans have been doing since we were walking around on 2 feet, building shelters, hunting, providing for our family, like rowing down a river in a kayak, looking for fish. All these movements that are restorative and proper for the human body, proper to restore function, proper to improve strength and balance. But because of our society today, we're sitting behind computers, we're driving cars, we're walking on stairs that are all 8 inches. There's no challenge. Our senses get dulled. In this class, we bring them back. 2 more. Last little bit of work here. Again, ground zero against the chest. Press it out to the side, pull it back, out to the side, and pull it back. So listen to me. There's light at the end of the tunnel. We got one more 10-second interval coming up. Your last opportunity to leave it all here. We're going to do this movement as fast as we can. It really is very conducive to adding speed to it. But as you add the speed, make sure you're arriving back to ground zero. Here we go. Pick up the pace. Get into a jogging pace. Get in preparation for the sprint. Remember, it's body speed, not repetition speed. Do not compromise the movement. Go as fast as you are able to for 10 seconds. Starting right now. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. You got to be kidding me. 5. What are you doing to them? 4, 3, 2, 1. Time. Pull it to ground zero. Breathe. Pull it apart. Bend it. Relax. Into the nose, out through the mouth. Lower the hands. Go to the no money sketch here with me. Paint the floor. Take a moment to perceive or feel the ground zero position. Pull those shoulder blades together and down. Remind yourself throughout the day, when the opportunity presents itself to stand in proper posture position, go there, engage the ground zero, and hold it. Wrap the clavicle one more time. See if it's properly tilted up a little bit. Big breath in and exhale. Oh my God. Put your hands together. Yes, yes, yes. Give me a virtual applause. We're not done yet, but I'm just putting our hands together for that tough bit of work you guys just did. That was awesome. A little different today. Kind of changed the format around a little bit. I hope you liked it. We're going to do a quick stretch here. Well, we're going to do a cool down first. After that, I wouldn't be much of a trainer if I didn't give you a cool down. Now, would I? Okay, so we're going to go back to a familiar move without the extreme hand movement, which is the tossing of the leaves, pattern for the body. Just let it flow this time. No hurry. No hurry. You know, I got to say, my defense for throwing this stuff at you is simply what's on my screen. Let's do one more. Up and across, and now down over here and up and across. I mean, I have seen such dedication, such improvement. And I can honestly say these classes are way more difficult than the stuff I used to do in person. I don't really know why. But I've just found one more, and then we're going to alternate. You know, the routines, I will say this. Being a trainer in this community, you got to cut yourself some slack and allow for trial and error. There are times when I'll have a routine that works really great for someone, and another person that presents the very same way can come in and it just falls apart. And I have put routines together that after a time I've decided, you know, I think I'm going to shelve this one, either because I can't get the people to do it quite right, or I can find a better way to get out what I want from them. Big breath in, exhale, kick your leg out to the side. I love this one. We do this one almost every class. You're going to stretch your inside of your leg there. Bring your right hand out with the thumb down and trace this Crescent Moon. It doesn't happen as much anymore, but when I first started doing this 15 or 16 years ago, it was a lot of trial and error. So I don't know what it feels like to have Parkinson's. I don't know what the Parkinson feels like, but what I can do is I can observe and I can ask questions of you and I can try to come up with stuff that seems to help. And let's pause at the top here and press away. So I guess I really should be thanking you guys for allowing me to try things on you. And so, but you'll kind of, if you're new here, you'll see that I've got a lot of different routines, and I don't run them all every class, but many times they're routines that are fixed. They don't really vary, so you'll learn them. Movement patterns, and many of them are curiously or surprisingly or even irritatingly difficult, because when there's a choice in terms of how to do it, let's go down here, sweep up and pause and press away. I typically go opposite to what the brain would do by default. That makes sense. Walking is a perfect example, the reciprocal pattern. The body would rather just do one side at a time, both upper and lower body. It would rather do this. This is easy for it. But we need to practice gait. That. Okay, let's go. No money. We're going to do one more hinge from the hip. Bring your hands down towards the floor. Reach forward. And no, I did not forget the memory cards. Out to the sides. Palms up. I think some of you don't even come here for the exercise. You just come for that silly memory game. Back down to the floor, and forward and up. Out to the side to the no money stretch. Here's an example of a very simple stretch that you'll do every single class with me. I found some core routines. One more time, so you can get all the way down to the floor, that I do every time just because of the high return from them. Bring them forward and up, and remember ground zero. We talk about ground zero, and we go to that destination through different routines, through different planes of motion. So when we think about ground zero, bam, we can just go to it and set it. Example at the sitting at the computer. You know, here's an activity that we all do. Our shoulders are rolled forward, our chest is kind of closed off. So go ahead and pull back into the no money stretch. You can actually make it worse by turning your thumbs down. And think of just flossing that shoulder structure. Keeping it nice and healthy, and then we'll do one more and pause. Big breath in and exhale. Put your hands together. You did it. Okay, listen. I am going to, I'm going to invite you guys to come off mute, and we're going to go to the memory cards. And I want to get some feedback from you guys. See how you're feeling. What worked for you, what didn't. Oh man, I didn't give you guys a wild card. Sometimes I'll do the 7th thing. Oh well.
Anybody? What up?
Okay. How we doing? We ready to go?
Yeah. Unmuted.
And then Abby Ann, after the memory cards, I want to talk to you about going upstairs. So if you guys want to stick around, I'll stick around for a couple of minutes and talk about that. hadn't really thought about it, but I got some thoughts on it for you. Okay, here are the rules. Attention span. Focus. I'm going to ask you for the cards. We're going to go in reverse order. Oh, let me hear it. Yeah. I got to hear at least one groan. But here's the deal. You don't call off what's on the card I'm asking for until I drop the ball. That's attention span. Okay, our sixth card was a clown. Excellent.
You, the clown.
I asked for that. I know. All right. Our fifth card was a watermelon. Our fourth card was a watch. What is this? It's a curveball.
Okay, well.
It's a curveball. We're going back to card number one. Card number one was a TV. Very good. Card number two.
And
oh, what happened? Who said that?
what is that?
Ant. Very good. And our third and last card was daisies. And whoever yelled out ant before I dropped the ball, you owe me some flowers. All right.
Yeah, me.
All right. Good job, everybody. Thank you so much. Hey, guys, thank you so much for your participation. And we're going to keep rocking and rolling through this thing. I'll keep the classes for free. For those of you that can help, I really appreciate it. I know many people can't. Don't feel uncomfortable. You just keep coming back here. Love you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Abby Ann, are you still here?
Thank you.
Any questions before I get to Abby Ann's? Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick.
You're welcome.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks, Patrick. Bye.
Okay,
Bye,
thanks, man.
Barb.
Hey, Patrick.
Bye, Shirley.
Have a good weekend.
Have a nice weekend.
Now I know what
Thank
you
you.
Good night, Jim Bob. Bye, Debbie.
Thank you.
Bye, Debbie's iPad.
Thank
you for the-
Thank you for the new people. I hope you liked it. You have a question, Debbie?
Yeah.
Okay, go.
You have a video that helps me do the scramble, and I can't do that at all.
Yes, up on my YouTube channel, there's a fall avoidance one that has the scramble.
Okay.
So just go up onto the YouTube channel or email me and I'll dig around for it. But you should be able to find it. Well, there's a lot of videos up there. I think you just go to the channel, subscribe, and then it'll take you to all the videos. There's no charge. It's free. And then just dig around. If you can't find it, email it to me and I'll find it and send it to you.
I have it on my left side, and I just can't seem to lift my leg to do the scramble.
Yeah. So why don't you stick around for a minute here because I'm going to talk about that. So Abby Ann emailed me, and I'm not going to read her email because I don't want to go looking for it, and I pretty much know the content of it.
Thank you for the class.
Okay, thanks, ma'am.
Down the battery.
So she is
Safe to
lifting.
say anything?
She is lifting her foot as she goes up the stairs, but sometimes she's not lifting it quite enough. So a couple things, and she said, is there an exercise or something I could do to help with that? So what's happening, probably a couple things could be happening. One is Parkinson's can kind of dull our perception of movement. And we can think we're moving large and we might not be. So my first instruction is when you go upstairs to exaggerate it a bit. The second thing I will say is that Parkinson's, and we work on this foot quite a bit. In fact, there's this routine I used to do. It just reminded me of it. I'll do it next class. That really works the muscle on the front of your shin here. It's the tibialis anterior. This muscle that lifts the toe or assists in lifting the toe can start not working so well. The toe lift and scuffing your feet is common in Parkinson's. What I also tell you to do, Abby Ann, is take one of the pairs of shoes. First of all, note if it's happening more on one side than the other, and look at the soles of your shoes for wear.
Mm-hmm.
They may be worn unevenly between left and right. You might notice, like your right foot, there's more. What do they call it? What's that? What's the thing here? The sole of the foot, traction or whatever. Might be worn a little more on one side than the other. So if you want to work on going upstairs, the muscles that are involved are really your hip flexors, right? And then the toe lift. So you're lifting your foot as you go up the stairs. That's the hip flexor, the psoas in here. And then you're stepping forward. And hopefully if you're catching your toe, you may actually be lifting your leg enough, but your toe isn't lifting up enough.
Yeah.
So you would have to maybe exaggerate that a little bit. What you can do is you can stand with like at a stair with a railing and pick your foot up and tap the next step. Back and forth like 12 times, picking it up, and exaggerate that, that lifting of the toe. It's not going to feel natural. Do it 12 on one side, 12 on the other, and then do 13 on one side, 13 on the other, and keep going until you get to 100. Just kidding.
Oh, I'm writing it down.
Just
So
kidding.
Patrick, I
Patrick,
think we just do
But I would, yeah, hang on a second, Bill. I would do that, and Bill, that would be an example of like an exercise that might help you compensate for the lack of toe lift, if that's what's happening. I'm not really sure. Bill, what do you got?
keep the ball down the middle. The golf ball.
Pitch the ball down the middle?
Yeah, the golf ball. Keep it down the middle.
Oh, okay, I will. Thanks. Hit the fairway. Actually, the wife and I watched the Tiger Woods documentary on HBO. It's pretty interesting. Yes, Nancy.
Yeah, so the meeting number is always going to be the same?
No, good question. They are going to be for a couple of weeks, I believe, but I'm only allowed to, Zoom only lets you do like 20 weeks or something like that at a time. But for this week, for next week, I believe they'll all be the same. I'm not sure when it switches. I can find out. But and
so we're on for Monday without you notifying us on email? Okay.
I will be notifying you via email as well. Email me at patrick@smartxpd.com if you want me to put you on my personal list. I've got like 300 of you, or a little over 300 on that list, but my main list is like 10,000 names. So it comes from an email source that sometimes gets flagged and it winds up in junk. So I think if you just take it, if you find it and you assign it as not spam or not junk, I think it recognizes it going forward. But so
okay. So this is my first time ever using Zoom, so I just started hitting every button and finally got to you. So
well,
I'm totally new. It drives me crazy.
I know. But just the one thing I do say, a couple things. One, before you join, whatever if it's an iPad or whatever it is, turn it all the way off, shut it all the way off, and then turn it on. That sometimes fixes any problem that you may incur. But the other thing I'll say is once you kind of do Zoom a couple of times, it becomes pretty seamless and effortless.
I hope so. Thank you very much. Today's class was very good.
Okay, thanks, Nancy.
Thanks. See you next week.
All right, guys. Hey, thank you, Greg, by the way. Oh, nice haircut. Whoa, man, you got your money's worth. Holy moly. She took off like 4 inches.
Yeah, well, you know, when you only get one every 4 or 5 months, you got to make it count. You know?
Yeah. At the beginning of this thing, I actually bought some hair cutting shears that I was cutting my own hair. And to be perfectly honest, I kind of like the way I cut my hair. And then I tipped myself. So, you know.
Hey, we'll see you Monday. Thanks.
All right, guys. All right, I'll say goodbye unless anyone has any closing comments. Or I hope you enjoyed watching, Mark. You're welcome to stick around for the next one. Well, actually, not stick around. Bye, Deborah. You want to go back to the email if you want to watch the general class and find the new link. So again, if you guys have questions, email me, patrick@smartxpd.com. All right, thanks again, guys. I'm going to shut her down and get ready for the next one.
Thank you, Patrick.
All right, you're welcome, Bill. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, YouTubers. I hope it worked for you. Same thing for you guys. I'll put my email in the, if you want to participate via Zoom, I'll put my email in the chat here real quick. And I hope you were all test. Oh, shoot. I hope you guys were able to hear me. Let me see. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Participants. How does this work? Pop out chat. All right. All right. Well, I'm new to this, guys. If it didn't work out, I'll keep going after it and trying to get it right for you. Thanks for the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And I'll keep doing this for the classes. I got a new one coming up. I'll try to get this one going for the next class. All right.